You ready?
Yeah.
So how's the day been? Just casual, leaning in, a lot of interviews.
Been good. It's been good. A lot of interviews. Some of them have been interesting.
Really?
Yeah. Some of them were. There was a speed dating one, and that was.
Someone told me about that. How was that? The speed dating? Is it just one-on-one with the interviewer?
Yeah. It was asking a bunch of interesting questions, but it was a lot of fun.
Any heated rivalry? I heard that some people talking about that outside.
Not over here.
Huzzah! Well, as an actor, love is very prevalent, and as an actor, you need to draw upon that.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything in your life, especially for this, because it's such a Hell's Paradise is love adjacent?
Yeah.
There's love in it.
Yeah.
What particularly in your life, if you can talk about it, do you draw upon for this particular character?
I mean, a lot actually. For season 1 of Hell's Paradise, Gabimaru's trying to get back to his wife. For me, I'm going back and forth a lot between Texas and California, and I'm always trying to get back to my spouse. And in season 2, Gabimaru gives this whole monologue describing Yui and how how she smells and how her hair moves in the wind and all this stuff. And the cool part about that scene specifically, the assistant director was helping, and it was my spouse. So my spouse was directing me for this very specific scene. And I had a buddy.
I'm not going to let you just walk by that. Can you talk me through that? How? Because I've never heard of that before. I've done a lot of junkets. I've been on set while people have been filming before recording.
Sure.
But I've never heard of a situation where a spouse is directing you in what sounds like a very romantic scene.
Yeah, well, my spouse has been assistant directing over at Crunchyroll for a couple of, I want to say a year now. And there was a recent, not snowstorm, but the snow in Dallas kind of took out the power for a couple of days.
I have family that lives there, and so I understand
So there was a bit of a rush to do certain parts of the episode, so they had to get split up a little bit more. And I think, and this is just guesswork, I'm assuming the director was like, well, Alejandro's been doing this because the current director, Sean Gann, he wasn't the director for season 1, it was Mike McFarland. So I think Sean just trusted that I knew the character enough where it's like, you know what? You got it. Like, it can be the assistant director.
Yeah.
And they're not assigned to a specific show. They're just like, okay, who's available? And
who's in the just looking out?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And it was just serendipitous that my spouse was available. So the fact that we got to record that scene together, I was like, oh, well, this isn't even acting at this point.
That's beautiful. I'm very excited. I wonder if I can tell the difference in watching those episodes. Now, you've played characters across comedy and myth and tragedy. Where does Gabimaru sit emotionally and in vocal range versus all of your characters?
Emotionally, I know that he comes across as the Gabimaru the Hollow, and he wants to make everyone believe that it's like, oh, I feel nothing, blah, blah.
Meanwhile, he's bowing and thinking.
He has the most emotions. Like, he goes from, pretending that he doesn't care about anything to actually being a sweetheart. Yes, he kills people. But, he loves his wife. He's sassy. He's sarcastic. He's honest and blunt, and he is thankful because he's learning. And when it comes to all the other characters I play, honestly, I just get to use all of my emotions when it comes to Gabi. As for where the voice sits, I know I sound like this. Gabimaru is more textured, and he's very much right here.
And that fry.
Yeah, a little bit of the vocal fry, and it's almost like the back of my throat. It's not lowering my pitch too much, but
is it a comfortable place for you?
Yeah. Like I could probably do it for probably a whole day.
Hold on. Fair enough. So I'm curious. If Gabimaru survives, if in the realm, if he survives the island physically but not mentally, what do you think that says about the cost of survival? And adding on to that, do you think that it's going to be a person that his wife would accept? Because we see her in the first season, and she very much is very loving and teaching a very almost motherly spirit. But if he comes back different, do you think she would still be open to accepting him?
You've read The Odyssey, haven't you?
I mean, I'm not saying the movie's coming out and I've done my research, but...
I think Yui would still love him.
Yes.
And personally. As for what could happen, the thing is, with Gabimaru personally, I think regardless of how he ends up, his wife has kind of seen him at his worst, right? Because he claims he doesn't want to kill people, but I mean, he's come home with covered in blood, and it's like, look, I got money. So I don't think anything could top it unless he like cheated on Yui. But even then, I don't think Gabimaru would be that type of guy, especially because based on season 1, like he literally pinned down Yuzuriha being like, I'm married.
Multiple times.
I'm a married man. So I think through it all, I think Yui would still love him. And I don't think that's a concern of Gabimaru's.
Fair enough. Do you think him changing is a concern of his? And given that he has to change in order to survive.
I don't think it's a concern. I think it's more of I have to do what I have to do to get back.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So without giving spoilers, what's a moment this season that best captures Gabimaru's struggle between survival and humanity? And is there a favorite line?
Of season 2 or the show in general?
Let's do show in general.
Show in general.
Because I don't want to get you where we're tapping on the line here.
Show in general, definitely my favorite line is when he literally pins down Yuzuriha and goes, I'm a married man. I think getting to say that was really funny.
I love that.
As for a moment where he's struggling, I think where he's fighting Chobe in season 2, where he's like, there's something wrong with me, but I have to do what I have to do. And there's this moment where he's like, fighting against Chobe, and it's like, it doesn't matter, like someone will replace me and take over. And then like like his wife is like reaching out to him like a spiritual version, and you can see that there's a glimpse of, it's like, oh wait, but then he's forgotten so much, he's so far in the deep end of using Tao that he like brushes it off and just keeps fighting. And to me, I was like, oh, that's so sad that it's such like, at his core, the whole reason he's even fighting, and he can't even remember that.
Yeah. I love that you brought up Tao. This has been, I love stories that have so many layers to it, and I love that you brought up the Odyssey, because that is a very developed and deeply engrossing story. When you first got this material, were you familiar with it beforehand, and understanding the layers of Hell's Paradise? How was that for you, kind of digesting the material and the sort?
So we recorded the teaser first, and when we recorded the teaser first, I didn't know what Hell's Paradise was. I didn't even know who Gabimaru was, who I was playing. I just got an email being like, hey, Mike McFarlane, the director, wants to have you for this show. Sure. And I was like, oh, sure, that sounds neat. What is this? So I did a little bit of research, and I was like, oh, okay, it seems like people like it.
Yeah.
And I went into it, and we worked on the teaser. We had like maybe an hour for this like 15-second line or something.
Okay.
And then after that, one of my castmates, Matt Shipman, he texts me and he goes, you should read the manga.
He's like, let me sit you down for a second.
Yeah, you should read the manga. And I was like, okay. So I spent like a day binge reading the whole thing. I was just in bed and I was like, well, I should probably start. Oh, it's 9 p.m. What happened?
I love that.
But by the time so between the teaser and episode 1, I had read the manga between these 2 recordings, and it definitely helped just because of how the journey that Gabimaru goes through. Essentially, it's his hero's journey. It's his own odyssey. And it's something that I really like about Gabimaru, because it's, with a lot of these anime, especially battle shonen, it's like, oh, everybody wants to save the world, stop the evil from everything. He doesn't care about any of that.
No, it's so simplistic.
Yeah.
It's just very clean. I want to go home. I want to be with my wife.
And that's what makes it so relatable and good,
So, in the world of anime, since we're on that discussion, what do you think is the most underrated love language? Is it acts of service, quality time, or surviving something mildly traumatic? Or maybe something in between?
I feel like in the show, the relationship between Sagari and Gabimaru. Because a lot of people, when it comes to anime, they're like, oh, main character, he has to romance every character, which isn't the case. And I feel like in Hell's Paradise, they conveyed that really well, where it's like, yeah, a guy and a girl can be friends, and it's definitely to me, more of a sibling relationship, a camaraderie.
Coworkers even.
Yeah,
like very
exactly.
much 2 people just trying to survive. So would you spend a Valentine's Day with Gabimaru? And if so, would you plan that date, or would you allow him to plan it?
I don't think he'd want to date me. I don't look like Yui. I don't have the scar like Yui.
No.
And
that is a very endearing scar.
Yes. I think what I would do is for Valentine's, I would put him home with you and be like, goodbye.
That's very sweet.
Because I'm like, if I'm here, I'm dead.
So my final question is, has Gabimaru taught you anything about love? And if so, what was that lesson?
well, not murdering people. Definitely doing what it takes to make it work, for sure. Like, I was already, I'm already a very patient dude, but it's like, okay, if he can survive through this island
Hell's
filled...
paradise. Yes.
Plug. If he can do all that, then I think I can be a little bit more patient.
Fair enough. I'm not going to take up any more of your time.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very
Yeah,
much.
thank
I
you.
appreciate that.